You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Why do you think that we have 25% of Mexico's population in America? You think it's because they have opportunity here? No, they have the same thing over there in the country that they're fleeing from. You think America's been great because the poorest people that are living in this country are richer than any poor people throughout the freaking world living in their country's poverty and shitholes? What's going on, people? It's your boy charlieinthebox, the patriotic miscreant, reporting to you from behind enemy lines, FEMA Region 9 in the communist state of California. In America, I just want to let you guys know, I can't stand Trump. And where should I start? Look at the man's campaign slogan, "Make America Great Again." What gave him the audacity to make a statement like this? He acts like America's credo is "In God We Trust." He recently went to the United Nations and gave him a speech like this.
In less than 2 years, my administration has accomplished more than almost any administration in the history of our country. America's so true. Didn't expect that reaction, but that's okay. America's economy is booming like never before. Since my election, we've added $10 trillion in wealth. The stock market is at an all-time high in history, and jobless claims are at a 50-year low. African American, Hispanic American, and Asian American unemployment have all achieved their lowest levels ever recorded. We've added more than 4 million new jobs, including 500,000 manufacturing jobs. We have passed the biggest tax cuts and reforms in American history. We've started the construction of a major border wall, and we have greatly strengthened border security. We have secured record funding for our military, $700 billion this year, and $716 billion next year. Our military will soon be more powerful than it has ever been before. In other words, the United States is stronger, safer, and a richer country than it was when I assumed office less than 2 years ago. We are standing up for America and for the American people. And we are also standing up for the world. This is great news for our citizens and for peace-loving people everywhere. We believe that when nations respect the rights of their neighbors and defend the interests of their people, they can better work together to secure the blessings of safety, prosperity, and peace.
So how do I, as an American, stand with the president that wants to put America first? Tell me, how do I supposed to support Donald Trump when he campaigned he's going to renegotiate NAFTA and he's done it? Tell me, how do I supposed to support Donald Trump and stand with him if he campaigned about protecting and securing our borders and he's beefed up our border patrol, he's building that wall with resistance from the Republicans and Democrat Party? How do I support a man that's actually fulfilling his campaign promises? Tell me how to do it. I ain't used to something like this. Tell me, how do I support Donald Trump when he did the biggest tax reform bill in American history, and most of us are benefiting from it on our everyday paychecks? I don't know how to do this. How do I supposed to stand with Donald Trump if the left is going to treat me like this?
The violent and bloody clashes outside a Donald Trump event. Protesters attacking Trump supporters. Those supporters were attacked as they left the convention center in San Jose overnight. Some punched, some chased down and beaten. Others had bottles thrown at them.
And the media is going to demonize me like this?
Finally, new rule here on Inauguration Day. In the interest of new beginnings, liberals have to stop calling Trump voters rubes and simpletons and instead reach out and feel their pain. The pain they insist we didn't see. And there is ample evidence for that pain. Did you know that of the 14 states with the highest number of painkiller prescriptions per person, they all went for Trump? Trump won 80% of the states that have the biggest heroin problem. And the counties that he won in Ohio and Pennsylvania that went for Obama last time, are the ones that are racked by opiate abuse. So let's stop calling Trump voters idiots and fools and call them what they are, fucking drug addicts.
And if any celebrity comes out, they're going to treat him like this.
The West Wing drama that played out today when Kanye West met with the president in the Oval Office. I want to play a clip. Don Lemon is with us and get your thoughts. Here's some of the stuff that Kanye West and the president said. Listen to this.
If he don't look good, we don't look good. This is our president. He has to be the freshest, the flyest planes, the best factories, and we have to make our core be empowered. We have to bring jobs into America. The liberal will try to control a black person through the concept of racism because they know that we are very proud, emotional people. So when I said I like Trump to like someone that's liberal, they'll say, oh, but he's racist. You think racism can control me? Oh, that don't stop me. That's an invisible wall. Let me give this guy a hug right here. I love this guy right here. Yeah. Come here. Yes.
He did most of the talking in the Oval Office. Don, what did you think?
Wolf, I have no animosity for Kanye West. I'm just going to be honest, and I may get in a lot of trouble for it. I actually feel bad for him. What I saw was a minstrel show today. Him in front of all of these white people, mostly white people, embarrassing himself and embarrassing Americans, but mostly African Americans, because every one of them is sitting either at home or with their phones watching this, cringing. I couldn't even watch it. I had to turn the television off because it was so hard to watch. Him sitting there being used by the President of the United States, the President of the United States exploiting him, and I don't mean this in a disparaging way, exploiting someone who needs help, who needs to back away from the cameras, who needs to get off stage, who needs to deal with his issues. And if anyone around him cares about him, the family that he mentioned today, or whomever, his managers, maybe some other people who are in the music business who know him, they need to grab him and snatch him up and get Kanye together because Kanye needs help.
But let me tell you the truth. I've never been a Kanye West fan before this, but now I am. But let me tell you the truth. See, I'm not here to plagiarize you, tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. When you look at a president, you have to remember what he campaigned on, and let's see if he fulfills those things. Well, let's look at Barack Hussein Obama. He said he was going to make healthcare more affordable, and my premiums went up. My co-payments went up. You can't take from Peter to pay Paul. A redistribution of wealth doesn't work. But that's what Obama accomplished, a redistribution of wealth. He went and put more taxes and regulations, and he suffocated America's prosperity. He went and said he was going to fix our infrastructure, eroded in our bridges. Did he ever do any of that? No. He sowed the seeds of discontent in the African American community to racial division, and that's what he passed on to Trump. And now Trump is trying to heal all those freaking wounds. This man, what he campaigned for and he promised, he's trying to fulfill it with resistance from the Republicans and Democrat parties. Other foreign governments and the media all is against this man. We know that the media doesn't go far enough. We know they just tell us what we want to hear, not what we need to hear. And most of Americans could agree on that. Most of Americans today would agree that the government is throwing them under the bus, and they do need to reform and put term limits on Congress and senators to fix our freaking country. And that's what he campaigned to promise to do. But draining the swamp now today, that's a freaking myth. They say they don't want him to do that when he's trying to freaking do what he campaigned on, people. We need to stand with this man. We need to come out and tell everybody that we support him, that we are going to vote for his agenda. And that's in the midterm elections. That's why you want to vote Republican and not Democrat. You don't want to go backwards, you want to go forward. This is the medicine you don't want to take. See, when people say something but they do another thing, that's not what Donald Trump is. All his campaign promises, he's trying to fulfill them with resistance from the Republicans and the Democrats. He got resistance from the mainstream media and other foreign governments, but he's still accomplishing these things. And only way he's going to continuously accomplish these things, and we don't go backwards, is these midterm elections. We need to vote Republican to push this Trump agenda forward and make America great again. Don't be afraid of what coworkers and family members and other people are going to think about you. Stand for something or you're going to fall for everything. I love what this president's doing. I support Donald Trump, and I ain't afraid to say it, are you? So if you're not going to do everything in power to restore your life, liberty, and this country, you're going to do everything in power to destroy all three. Charlie in the Box, the patriotic, miscreant, and I'm out. I stand with Trump.
Hello there. Watch Charlie in the Box before he's sent to a re-education camp. Find out.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you the truth. I was really never a Kanye West. But let me tell you the truth. I never really was a Kanye West